Welcome to the Chequamegon Nicolet National Forest and Franklin Lake Campground. This one, I had to say, the drive up from the highway was absolutely gorgeous. Long twisty roads, lots of trailheads along the way. Apparently there's a trail that connects here to the lake that you pass to get here, along a creek that connects the two. Now, this one is a mixed pricing. We got $15 for offshore sites, $18 for red banded lakeshore sites, and they are all non-electric. And this is a reservable location through recreation.gov, so a lot of the sites listed here are reservable. I will take you through those and show you this campground, but there's a lot to this campground. There are, what do we have total? What does it total up to? Somewhere in the 70s, 77 sites to look at. So we'll see how I do. And as you can see, there are trails they're showing here throughout, and then there are extension trails between here and the other lake nearby. So I guess I'll get started. I guess one is over here. Oh, and the camp host is in a building outside of the campground. So that's where you check in if you need anything from that. So let's go check out the sites, see what's reservable, what's not, and what those reservable ones are like. Because if you want to reserve them ahead of time through recreation.gov, I want you to know what you're looking at. Butternut Lake. That's the name of the lake. Got it now. All right, site one, non-reservable. For some reason, there is a power pole in there with a meter, but that might be for something else. Site two on the right, you can reserve. It's fairly flat, fairly wide, not too deep, but a nice little site. Comes with woodpeckers, apparently. Okay, now we're into the first of the red band $18 night sites. This one is reservable, which is 3. And you can see you kind of go uphill before you get to the flat spot where that RV is. Site 4 here is completely different. This is a tent site. No one's in it, so let me show you that and get you down to the lake. So we got a slopey drive here. Just park your vehicle and you're going to tent up top here. Hopefully the wind isn't too much for us. And you got a nice big spot. And then you've got your stairs down and the beach. I can see it from here through the woods. So you have access to the lake here and short access to through the trail to the lake. All right, our next site 5 is first come first serve right on the lake. A little lower, a little flatter. 6 first come first serve. Pick it if it works for you. Still very close to the beach. All right, 7. All right, 7 and 8 are first come first serve. 7 is a pull through with your camping on the side. 8 is huge. They got a big fifth wheel way back and a huge drive yet beyond that. 9 over here. You can see fifth wheel way back there. Room for your vehicle, your boat, and a vehicle in front, and easy access to the water and all your toys. So bring everything. There are some pretty rockin' first come first serve sites there. So if you come out midweek, but you got to be here, you got to stay on your full night, on your full first night, you can get some nice sites. I'm a little confused at the crossroads. I got too many do not enter signs, but 10 is here. First come first serve up over here. 11, I believe, is first come first serve, and they got everything, room for everything here. 11 feels like the host. They have water hookup and over there as well. All right, let's check out 28 through 40 is the next loop I'm going to come to over here. All right, here's site 28, reservable, and there's a sign on the power pole. So I'm going to take a look at that. Well, that kind of answers the question. This all looks very new hookups back there. So at some point, this campground will have electric hookup because they're over there with a generator running right next to the power pole as well. So this one, again, is reservable right here. 29 reservable, and you get a pretty good sense of what can fit in there by what's there now, and a little extra room up front and some side space. Okay, 30 and 31 reservable, future electric sites. So I'm just going to say that now because at some point you're going to get electric in these, which means they will be more, but there are lots of sites here, so that's probably worth dividing that and giving people the opportunity to come and stay here for a while. There is an old CCC cabin facilities back there. I'll check that out in a minute. But these sites are all big enough to hold an RV. This one's a little smaller. Smaller unit can fit in here, and then your vehicle parked to the side without any problem. Check out these cute mushrooms. Okay, site 33, reservable future power site, has a special designation as a bird survey site. I don't know what that means. If you know what that means, please comment down below. 32, reservable, has a reservation coming up. Again, future power site. This one is huge. The power station's way over there. There's a lot of room in this site. Okay, 34, again, future electric site. There's a lot of room here. When you start using that power tables over there, there's a path between it and its neighbor over there. There actually seems to be paths wandering all the way through the sites, which is kind of unique. 35, reservable. This one comes down a little bit, but these are all basically pretty flat, easily to level your vehicle on. And this one goes way back. Power's tucked over there. That path I'm seeing, that's where they ran the electric. That's what's going on there. So that they'll let fill in, go natural over time. 36, reservable, very large, very deep. 37, reservable, and like I've mentioned on other ones, I'm here on the 15th. This thing isn't reserved till the 23rd. So if you like it, you can still nab it on a first come, first served basis until somebody comes and uses that reservation. I'm going to take a moment now and check out the building. All right, this old structure is actually the bathrooms for this section. I'm going to check it out. Well, that's better than a pit toilet, ain't it? Not showers, but you have flushing toilets and everything. All right, flush toilets and everything. Well, not everything, no showers or anything, but once this section gets electric in, it's going to be quite a luxury area, especially since there's no water hookup here, and I don't think there's a dump station. So if you just come here and plunk down and dry camp, as in you don't need access to the water and the sewage, and just need power, you can hunker down here for quite a while. Down here is 38. Down through here. Very nice site. It has a downward slope going in and then flattens out. So you'd actually come in and turn your rig to the side to get the power pole to the side of it. And then you'd have just enough room for your boats and everything else over here. Okay, 39 and 40, both reservable and both future electric sites. This one goes a long ways back. I mean, these are big sites that'll hold large vehicles. Here's 40 over here. a little shorter, not as big as the last one. It's about half the size, but still substantial. You do have a tree or a gap in the trees if you want to overhang into the woods. So that first one I came to, I think 11 or 12 or something like that, that is a camp host site because it has, there's a septic field here and it does have sewage drain going out of it as well as water coming in. It just doesn't have working power yet. So compared to some other camp host sites I've seen in the National Forest, that one is a primo site. You have a lot more sites to deal with and bathrooms to clean and stuff, but much better facilities and hookups than some of the others. All right, let's check 12 through 15 in this loop. 12, non-reservable, future electric site. I'm curious if once they go electric, if more of these will be reservable or still first come, first serve like this one. Not stupid long, but substantial. I just noticed that the next loop up the hill also has electric going in, which means all of these sites, when they have electric, the rates are going to go up. There will not be these $15 a night in the wood sites, $18 on the water. They're going to go higher. 13, first come, first serve, very long. That is a deep and wide site once you get in there. 14 over here, not as deep, but very wide. You can see the hookups here. 15, first come, first serve. Pretty deep here. We'll have power and next to another flush toilet facility. And they're going to make me walk all the way around. So I got 3 sections, actually 4 sections that come out in the same spot. So I'm going to walk up the hill again, catch the next loop that comes out here. And this is when I ask for your like. If you like what you're seeing here, like the video. If you think it's somebody else would like this, share it with them. So share the video and subscribe to my channel to see more campground tours like this. All right, my next loop that takes me back over to the water is 16 through 27. I'm betting I'm going to see some red band sites over here at the waterfront. And I've come up that hill a couple times now. I got to do it one more time to do that 41 through 77 straight stretch, which is out there. So let's see what we got here. First 2 are reservable at 16 and 17. 16, reservable, not stupid long. It's fairly short. And you can still get a big, fairly large rig there. That one does have power or will. 17, reservable. Not part of the future power loop as far as I can tell. Not as large a site as the other one. 18 and 19 reservable. 18 over here. What's interesting is the power poles way over there beyond the tree. You got to go around the corner to get to run your stuff. So this is going to be some fun. You can curve around and get in there. This is for good drivers only. 19, not part of the future power expansion, I can tell. Pad down below, step up to the pad where the picnic tables and fire ring are. Now 20 is a pull through. You're going this way. And there's rocks. There's a little gap here. So if you have something like a pop-up or something, you can probably detach or a teardrop and take it back to the future power pole. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother with this one. And then it drops off from there. 21 is our first reservable red band. And this is a small parking area. Step up to the tent site. You're way up on the hill here. And definitely telling you don't park along this stretch. 22 reservable, You can get a good sense of what fits in there with what's there now, and quite a bit of room off on the side. Like they'll be here for a while. They got a lot of firewood. 23. This one, non-red band, but future power site. It's not huge, but you can still get something fairly large in there and room on the side for something else. 24 over here, reservable, red band, and you can get a pretty good sense of what's in there now. Got a lake trail down to the lake here. And then we're in site 25 with a lot of space in there. And I'm trying to see if that will have power or not. Yes, someday that will have power and all the room you need. 26 on the other side. Fairly large. Living in generator land over here. And that's a red band site, reservable. All right, next one, what am I at, 26 or something like that? And they hide it like that, I don't know. Or 27, reservable, huge site. And that's the last of this set of loops. Now I'm gonna hike up the hill and do that long stretch out into the 70s. All right, as a reference point again, red band sites along here. This cluster on the inside here and all of those will be future power sites. All right, I come over the hill. There's an interpretive center here. I'm not sure if it's active right now because they're using the parking area for it for picnic table storage of the old picnic tables. And there's something about native lands here as well. But we'll get started on the next phase here. 77, first come, first serve, red band. Really nice long site. There is a bit of a downward slope, but you'll decide if it works for you, and stairs down to the lake. This next site on the left is absolutely gorgeous and terraced, but there's a lot of stairs. I don't know if you can see the stairs down and then stairs down. We have a parking area up top and then a terrace down to the area where you'd put your tent and where the picnic tables are. 41, reservable. So the low numbers are on the outside and then it counts up on the left. 41 on the right here. It is a tent site. Don't try to put an RV in here. It is a steep slope up and a small pad up top. You may be able to get your teardrop or pop up there, but nothing else. Think of this as a tent site with the beautiful fern woods behind it. 75, reservable, red band site. Slopes downhill. You can get something large in here, and then it steps over to the terrace to where the picnic table and the fire ring are. On the flip side here, 42, reservable. Again, steep slope up. This is the tent site. Don't try to do anything else in here. It's not worth reserving for anything else. 43, first come, first serve. You can see the slope there. 74, first come, first serve. Nice little site down here. It's a deep slope down with a great view. 73, first come, first serve for now. This one is kind of interesting the way it curves around. If you're a good driver and can avoid the trees, you can plunk your vehicle back here nicely, and then it terraces down to the lake. 44 on my right, first come, first serve. This one's actually a flat one on the right, built into the hillsides. 72, first come, first serve, sloping down in. 45 on the right here, tucked nicely into the hillside. You can have a lot of fun with this, and you decide if it's worth it, because you can tuck around the corner here and get something nice in there and enjoy the hillside. And tuck yourself out of the wind from the lake if you need to. Water pump here, Old Baker pump from Evansville, Wisconsin. And Another pay station, so if you get out here and decide you like a site, you don't have to walk all the way back to the beginning to pay. Okay, after a bit of a gap and the speed bump, we're at 71, which is nice and wide. First come, first serve. Again, these are the red band sites on the water side here, so a couple extra bucks a night. Bring some singles if you need to make your payment. And then 70 next to it. These would be a great pair if you wanted to try to come out here, but you can't reserve that. You're just gonna have to first come, first serve. These are a little closer to the water. They're let down lower, much easier access. All right, you can see at 69 what all fits in here. Another red band site, and I believe that's first come, first serve too. All right, this is site 68. Beautiful wide site, first come, first serve. You can't reserve this. All right, this is 67. Narrower, still very deep, right on the water. And I'm going to remind you again, I'm here on the 15th. Just because there's something on the tag, look at the tag. This is this one person left today. So this is now available to use. All right, 46 over here, non-reservable. You decide if you can use this. This is a tent site. All right, 66, first come, first serve on the water. Holds a lot of stuff. 65, not huge, but still plenty of room in here. It's actually pretty big, non-reservable. And on the other side, 47, this is again first come, first serve. Smaller site, but actually plenty of room on the width of that one. Or first come, first serve on the water. Lots of room down there. 48, first come, first serve. You decide how you want to use it. Same thing over here. That's 63, first come, first serve. People are starting to come in. 49 on the right. First come, first serve. It's a nice little site. All right, our next one here at 62, first come, first serve on the water. Still plenty of room down here. 50 on the right. First come, first serve. This one's got an upslope. You decide if it's going to work for you. Okay, I come to the split at the end loop. There's a lake trail path right there. And this one is reservable, 51 in the back. Slope up, not huge, but not small either. You can still get a big rig, fairly sized rig in there if you want. 52 is reservable. Fairly flat once you get back, slight slope coming in. 53, fairly similar to the last one. Not deep, but it's got quite a bit of room. 54, reservable, totally in the woods now. Nicely protected. Lots of room in this one. It's a little downhill slope to start, but you have a lot of room once you get down there. On the flip side, 55, fairly short, pretty wide. Great place for tents over there and your stuff here. Now, what I really love about this campground in the Chequamegon Nicolet National Forest is the number of trails. If you come out here and plunk down for a week, you won't be as bored. You can go do something, especially on a cold day like this when the beach is not an option. There are trails all over the place. Make sure you get your trail maps. Make sure you take a picture of the trail maps so you have it in your hand at all times. That's worth it. 56, reservable. Table's in the way right now. Table should be over there, and then you'd have a ton of room. Or it's easier to go in that way. It's up to you how you want to use it. 57, mid-size. It's not huge, it's not small, and it's flat. That's always good. 58, we are back into the red band territory. We're along the lake. Reservable, not a huge one, more mid-size. You can still get something fairly large in there, but there's a downward slope and then it levels off. 59 over here. slopes down pretty steep getting into it, and then it levels off and is really wide and then terraces down to the lake. I'm going to take a second here and show you the lake and what this access is like. Remember, everybody has a trail passing by their sites. So once you're on the trail, again, another trail, you can come explore. See? Trail. I have no idea how far out that goes. Nice gravel, rocky shoreline. Nice place to cool off on a day not like today. It's 45 degrees right now. Just remember, when you come camping in the north woods, pack for all seasons. 60 is reservable, and they got a fair-sized fifth wheel and the boat. Neighbors have done the same thing with the travel trailer and the boat, and they all fit end to end over in 61. And I think that's my last one. So all the roads here are paved. So bikes, very friendly for bikes here. Trails everywhere, bring your hiking boots. If it's going to be warm, potentially, plan to spend some time on the water. All these sites have water access that are red banded. There is the beach way down at the end. Another reason to bring the bikes, so you can bike down there because it's a hike. There is the lake trail that will get you there. You can't take a bike on the lake trail, but you can walk it. And the trails everywhere. I mean, this is something I'm going to have to mark to spend some time at. I rarely actually spend a lot of time in one place because I'm trying to get these videos out to you so you know what to find. Now, this is what's called an uncool move, and it'll probably get you in trouble. There's no tag here. Nobody has marked reserve this site unless it blew away. But someone's left some stuff here, as in they're staking their territory for this site, but they haven't paid for it and haven't spent the first night here. Can't do that. So thanks for coming along on this trip with me to Franklin Lake Campground in the Chequamegon Nicolet National Forest. It's got a lot to offer. Things are going to change with that big section becoming electric. Prices will change. They may add more reservations to those. People will be staying longer on those sites than they are now. But on the plus side, people won't be running their generators all the time. Beauty of here right now, the lake is cooling things off. It hasn't even really warmed up yet, which means there's a good chance if you're up here, you don't need AC. You're not going to have to worry about that at night. So thanks for watching this video. I have a section of videos for as many of the campgrounds as I can hit in the Chequamegon Nicolet National Forest on the eastern half of Wisconsin, and I'll put a playlist here for you. Check those out. See all the other ones. This one is kind of one of the better ones, I'll admit, but check those out if you want something more secluded and less crowded. And enjoy your time out there in the wilderness. Watch out for deer while you're out here and kids on bikes, and get on out there.